Hey guys, what's going on? It's Rekt Capital and welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for joining me in today's video. We're going to be talking about whether or not Bitcoin can rally to new all-time highs in the coming weeks. We're going to be talking about the probability of these scenarios, as well as introduce a new partner here on the Rekt Capital channel, Zilliqa. We'll be talking about some of the exciting things that they're up to, so feel free to stay tuned for that segment. But in any case, let's dive into today's video. Subscribe to the channel for more videos like this in the future, and let's dive right in. So this is Bitcoin's price action, and you can see that this is an $8,000 weekly candle. And what's interesting about that weekly candle is that yesterday Bitcoin produced a $5,000 candle. So within 1 week we've seen $8,000 worth of upside, but actually most of that upside came from yesterday's breakout, which is really interesting to note because on average across Octobers, Bitcoin tends to produce a monthly rate of return across Octobers, historically speaking, of course, a monthly rate of return of 32%. And what we're seeing here now in October is a 29% rally. So by standards of history, the average rally has already taken place for Bitcoin in terms of what we tend to see across time. Really interesting to note that. But when it comes to the next resistance area, we need to focus about how different or how similar this current rally is to what we've seen in the past. So just to take an instance here, this red area right over here is the one that we broke out beyond, right? And notice how this candle is very similar to this candle where we saw quite a lot of upside, but ultimately upside wicking into this red resistance area, right? Upside wicking into this red resistance area, followed by a retest candle with some downside wicking, right? Downside wicking, retest candle, and then breakout to new highs right over here as well, breakout to new highs. And it happens to be the case that we saw this breakout here back in February, a breakout to these red highs. So similar candle here, similar retest here, upside and downside wicking, very similar, breakout to the higher 50s. We're seeing that segment repeat itself in many ways. And that's an interesting cross similarity because now that means that this region of resistance is the next major one, and we've been able to rally from this region, retesting this support. We've been able to rally to this region on multiple occasions, not only this occasion, but even this pullback to that level, we were able to rally back into here and even here, turning this region into a support back to this resistance. So you can see how this tends to be a good support for enabling Bitcoin to rally to these highs. Of course, this is an exception. We've seen a strong rejection here, but like I mentioned in previous videos, it looks like Bitcoin has been able to clear past this level and weekly close like this, and that's probably going to be a solidification of that bull side momentum growing beyond this point because the sellers look weak at around this price region. But not only that, we're seeing something truly phenomenal in terms of Bitcoin's price action because it's now broken the macro downtrend going back to as far as March even, and April and May. This multi-month downtrend has been broken, and a weekly close above 5,800 is going to confirm a breakout from this multi-month flagging structure, apologies, and it's going to invalidate this downtrend. And along with that, we're going to see a new macro uptrend. So that now begs the question as to how soon could we get to new all-time highs? Well, the most important thing for Bitcoin is to monthly candle close above current regions, above current price levels of 54K. And it could overextend an extra 15 to 16, 17% to as far as 63,000. And bears are going to be euphoric should that sort of scenario happen, right? If we see an overextension into 63K, that's still going to be theoretically a lower high for Bitcoin comparing to this 65K high. And that's where the bears are going to come out. We're probably going to see a bit of a pullback from that time. which would be totally healthy, by the way. So that would be a lower high. Bears would be celebrating that little victory there, but it's important to know that that lower high wouldn't be disastrous in terms of Bitcoin's new uptrend, which is materializing right now. In fact, reaching that sort of lower high at 63K and then pulling back into the mid 50s, that would be totally normal price action by standards of history. So it's not important to worry about that sort of lower high happening. But in any case, in terms of the Wyckoff distribution, you guys know we spoke about this yesterday. Wyckoff distribution occurred upon losing this region over here and a breakdown, but you can see here that this has since turned into a support. This was a loss of support. This was a reclaim of support. That Wyckoff distribution range is invalidated. And it's important to note in terms of these previous supply errors, right? This was a supply error in that right shoulder-esque formation, left shoulder-esque formation right over here. And then we saw a bit of those peaks over here as well. But generally speaking, this is where we tend to see a bit of distribution, 57K. So we're not quite there yet. And you're seeing an alignment with 57K being in this major red resistance, right? So this is going to be the next resistance to watch out for. But let's see how Bitcoin weekly closes above this level of 52K. That would be a positive price development. A weekly close above this structure to confirm the breakout, because once we get those weekly closes, we're going to see further upside, and we're going to see that further upside into those old distribution errors, which are going to be tested to just see how much are they weakening, because we could see some rejection from there, but overall we're going to be focusing on how much are they weakening, because if we see a dip after reaching these distribution areas historically, then we're probably going to recover after a small dip or so, and that small dip will just evidence that sell side pressure is indeed weakening at this region. In any case, guys, that's about it for this segment of the video. Feel free to like and subscribe for more videos like this in the future, and of course feel free to dive right into the next segment where we'll be talking about our new partner on the channel, Zilliqa, and talking about some of the exciting things that they're up to going forward. Let's dive right in. Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome to this segment in the video where we're going to be exploring Zilliqa, our partner here on the Rekt Capital channel, in a bit more detail. Zilliqa is the first public blockchain to implement sharding on its mainnet, and it offers high security to applications and enterprises. And I just want to dive into a very important update here by Zilliqa, because the Valkyrie Zilliqa Trust is now live, and this is a very important step towards the institutionalization of Zilliqa and bringing forward that crypto adoption to the masses. And thanks to this Valkyrie Trust, Zilliqa is becoming more visible and accessible to investors, which is only contributing to the strengthening of crypto value overall and bringing more attention to altcoins. And more investors are going to get interested in altcoins, just like Zilliqa, which brings more interest towards the crypto space, not only towards Bitcoin, but other impressive, promising projects going forward. So this is really important for visibility towards not only Zilliqa itself, but the overall space and altcoins as a whole in general. And moving forward, I'd also like to talk about the launching of the OpenSea of Zilliqa, specifically the partnership between Switch.io and Zilliqa, where Switch.io is launching a new NFT marketplace on Zilliqa. This is a really tremendous opportunity because it's going to help accelerate growth of NFTs in the ecosystem. And this NFT marketplace will be housed on ZilSwap, the premier DeFi platform on Zilliqa at the moment. And the functionalities of this NFT marketplace is going to be a cross-chain bridge that enables and allows NFTs on Ethereum to be bridged over to Zilliqa and vice versa. And this is really important to enabling more inclusive markets and open economies, because as we know, there is a significant market share of the NFT space that is captured by Ethereum. And of course, Zilliqa does see an opportunity to occupy that market, but it doesn't want to exclude Ethereum altogether. It wants to create a synergy here on ZilSwap where we can now bridge NFTs from Ethereum to Zilliqa, but by the same token, do the same vice versa. Bridge these NFTs from Zilliqa to Ethereum, all on ZilSwap. So it's great to see this Ethereum Zilliqa bridge integrated with ZilSwap. And in fact, in celebration of this NFT platform, Switch.io and Zilliqa have released a commemorative NFT collection, the Bear Market. It's in celebration of their 1-year partnership together, and it's a really tongue-in-cheek NFT collection here. Overall, Zilliqa wants to be launching more high-quality NFTs on Zilliqa, and the bear market is one of those. And as we scroll down the website, you can see here that the adoption fee is 2,000 Zilliqa. And there's a lot of humor here on the website, but you can be a part of the inaugural ZilSwap NFT Marketplace collection. Only 10,000 are ever to be minted, randomly generated in a fair manner. And of course, some are scarcer than others. Rare bears have been cited. And in fact, this inaugural ZilSwap NFT Marketplace collection generated over $1 million in sales, $1 million in sales, indicating that there is certainly a growing interest in the Zilliqa NFT space, and that this interest is only going to compound and more NFT collections are going to be launched over time. In any case, guys, that's about it for today's segment about Zilliqa. If you'd like to check out their website, visit the link in the description down below. Feel free to follow them on Twitter and join their Zilliqa Telegram community, as well as feel free to check out their Reddit. All of these links are provided in the link in the description down below for you to learn more about Zilliqa overall. That being said, I hope you enjoyed this segment. I'm Rekt Capital, and I'll speak to you in the next one. Speak to you soon.